Hi, I'm Marky Mark.
And this is Richard.
And this is this week's music review.
Okay, welcome to this week's MWP Music Review, where we talk about the new music from New Music Friday. As ever, joining me is Richard. Say hello, Rich.
Hello.
Hello. This week we're going to be talking about new songs from Billy Ocean, Jamie Scott, Ward Thomas. We've also got Track of the Week, Socials, Gossip. And so we'll make a start. So the first track is Lola Lennox, and the track is called Back at Wrong. What did you think, Rich?
Yeah, I liked it. Great vocals. It's kind of like a power pop, isn't it? That driving kind of thing. Driving acoustic kind of guitar on it. And I think it's someone to watch. Yeah, I think. I really liked it. I gave it a 3.
Okay, I like the clapping at the start of the track, and then this piano part kicks in, which I really enjoyed. Obviously, with a last name, is she related to Annie Lennox? Do you know? Is it a daughter?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look on the about page on Spotify.
No,
but possibly.
I don't know if she's related in any way to Annie Lennox. Might just be a pure coincidence, obviously, because of the name. But anyway, the track I gave was a 2.5. So moving on, Billy Ocean, and the track is called "We Got Fine Love." Big fan of Billy Ocean. More obviously in the 80s, early 90s. I mean, whatever he seemed to bring out just turned to gold dust. He was must have bought. I definitely bought all his big albums he had in the 80s and 90s. I still listen to them this day. And one of my favorite tracks he did is I like Suddenly that one. And there's that one, Get in My Car, Get Out of My Dreams. That's another one. But again, a big 80s star is trying to modernize. And to be honest, I didn't think the track was very exciting at all, very plain. There was just nothing to it. Not even a scratch close to his wonderful stuff he did in the 80s. So I just unfortunately, give it a 2.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I really liked it.
Did you?
Yeah. I like Billy Ocean. I always have. And he's still got an amazing voice. I love the sound of his voice. Soulful, groovy, a little hint of gospel in there as well. I loved it. I gave it a 4.
Ooh, oh, well done.
Yeah,
I mean, as I said, I love Billy Ocean, but it just didn't do anything for me, unfortunately. But next one is Dermot Kennedy, and the track is called Giants. What did you think of this one?
Again, really, really liked it. Nice and deep, great vocals, and just a great song. I gave it a 4.5. Yeah, really liked it.
Okay. Like the beat at the start. I like the rhythm of the track. I thought it was a real good feel to it. But I wasn't going to get too excited about it, so it was just a 2.5 for me. Next one is Nell Bryden, and the track is called These Changes. I love the guitar at the start. I liked her voice. I liked the arrangement. I thought it was a lovely song. I remember listening to it. Actually, when I came to pick you up on Friday, when we did our first gig since lockdown, I was listening to it on the way in the car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I loved it. Absolutely. It sent me like on a chilled, don't know. It was like I was in the zone with it. I loved it that much. I gave it a 5.
Oh, really? Oh, nice one. I didn't think much of it. I thought it was an okay song. I actually thought it was a bit dull, a bit predictable, really. And gave it a 2. So.
See, that's it. We've gone from Billy Ocean to one and the other, and now this one.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. Right. Next one is Jamie Scott, and the track is called New York Nights. What did you think of this one?
Yeah, I love the instrumentation on it. I thought it was great songwriting. Like the vocals, and mainly in the verses, you can just hear a massive influence from Paul Simon. You know, that it's got that flavour to it. I really liked it. Give it a 3.5.
Yeah, I was the same. As soon as it starts, the foot start tapping, and I even put in my notes, reminds me of Paul Simon. So for once, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
And at the start of it, it sort of reminded me of going, did, you can call me. How he was singing.
Yes,
It just gave me that vibe straight away. I really like the arrangement. Love this track.
It's definitely a tip of the hat, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Even when you listen to the song at the start, and you start singing, it sounds like Paul Simon could do this track.
Yeah.
A great track. Another 5 for me on that one.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. That's 2 5s at last.
Wow.
It's a decent week.
Yeah, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, All right, next one is Ward Thomas, and the track is called Sweet Time. Where's my notes? Okay. Liked her voice. Thought it was a nice track. I really liked the chorus. Really enjoyed this track. Give it a 4.
Yeah, I thought it was quite a cheerful tune. Got a kind of a country thing going on. And yeah, I gave it a 2.5.
Okay, next track is Dua Lipa featuring Madonna, featuring Mrs. Elliott, featuring the blessed Madonna. The track is called Levitating, I believe. What did you think?
Yeah. I thought great tune. Funky, love the bass line, catchy. It's obviously from her new album, which she just every song seems to be a banger on it, doesn't it? And yeah, I thought it was a really cool tune. I gave it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Me, not a fan of this track.
Oh, really?
No. I like the start.
Is that because it's got Madonna on it?
No. I mean, I was a massive Madonna fan. 80s, 90s, even in the 2000s. And then it got to, I think recently, the last couple of albums, I've just not liked any of her stuff at all. But when Dua Lipa starts singing, that's great. But then I feel the track for me personally gets very busy. There's all sorts of things going on in it, which I didn't quite like. So I gave it a 2. Okay, next one is Biffy Clyro, and the track is called Space. Like the start with the piano, and really like the vocals. I thought it was a great track. Not a Biffy fan, to be honest, but I think for me, this is probably my favourite Biffy. There you go. The neighbours are in again. Look, it's from last week.
Oh yes,
they've decided to come back on the podcast for this
on the
week.
Beach.
This is our live audience.
Yeah, I'm talking from Malibu right now. Yeah.
You got a long way to come for this weekend's gig then.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of seagulls here.
You got your pina colada going again there, Rich, have you?
Oh, if only, eh? It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
We probably could have one of them actually on Saturday.
Yes, yeah.
I might see if I can have one. We'll go into that later on. Not a Biffy fan, but actually I really like this one. Really enjoyed it. I give it a 4.5.
Oh man, no, I didn't like it at all. And I couldn't really concentrate on the actual kind of instrumentation or the groove or the music. I did sort of kind of get a country vibe from it, but I didn't like the vocals.
No,
I didn't like the way. I don't like the way he sings this song. And to be honest, I don't know much of his stuff, so I don't know if it's like the way he sings all the time. But I don't know. It just didn't. It just kind of didn't sit with me right. And so I just gave it a 1. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Next one is Charlie Puth, and the track is called Hard on Yourself. Actually, they've been playing a lot of this on BBC Radio 2, actually. What did you think?
Yeah, I love Charlie Puth, man. I think he's great. He's just great songwriter, great musician. Loved the production, loved the synth sound, soulful. Thought it was brilliant, man. Gave it 4.5.
Ooh, okay. I like the vocals in it. I thought it was a really smooth track. I enjoyed it. But it was just a 2.5 for me on that one. Next one is Benee, and the track is called Snail. Not so keen on the start. I like the chorus sound that's in the track, but it's not as good as her last single she did. So it was just a 2.5 for me.
Yeah, I gave it exactly the same 2.5. Yeah, not much to say. I like the chorus, a little catchy. That's about it.
Okay, next one is, maybe notes down, Alicia Keys featuring Khaled, and the track is called So Done. What do you think?
Yeah, I really liked it. Really, really liked it. Soulful, nice R&B, nice and groovy. Little lo-fi type vibe going on. And it sounds a little different from what Alicia Keys normally does, and I think that's great. Sometimes I just find her stuff, or recently, kind of really slow. Yeah, really just like loads of ballads, But this one's really great. I loved it, and yeah, I gave it a 4. Yeah.
Okay. I like the guitar at the start. Nice vocals. I thought the vocals actually suited quite each other. They sounded quite nice together. It's not my favorite Alicia's song, so it was a 2.5 for me. So next track is Ella Air. Tell me about it. Well, I will do, and I didn't like it. Still not improving, I'm afraid. It's just nothing with these tracks. She keeps bringing these tracks out, and I'm thinking, oh, but it's just another pass me by track. There's just, I've heard it all before. 2.5, nothing special.
Really? Oh, I loved this.
Oh,
I loved
did you?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was great. I loved the bass line, loved the synth line. Thought it was groovy, really catchy, and yeah, just I don't know, something about it. And I gave it a 5. Yeah, I really liked it.
5.
So
right, okay.
Yeah, a little bit different there.
Yeah. I still don't think her stuff is as good as what she did with Sigala, but I mean, I like Ella. She's very good, but yeah. Next one is The Killers. Dying Breed is the track. For me, their songs seem to be getting worse. I just don't know what's going on with them. The last album, they brought I'm the Man, Who's the Man, da, 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 all that stuff. I loved it. And they brought some great tracks, but this stuff is just, I don't know what's going on. I just don't like any of it. So, unfortunately, I don't really particularly want to give them such a low score, but I only gave a 1.5 for this one.
Yeah, I didn't give much more, to be honest. Yeah, I've never really been a huge fan of the Killers. I think we spoke about them before, haven't we? I've had to play their stuff over the years, and that's been great. But yeah, I've never been drawn to them. So this one, I gave a 2.
Okay, next one is Keisza, and the track is called Can't Be Saved. What did you think, Rich?
Yeah, not much to say really. Standard pop song. I'll quote you, just a pass me by track. Yeah, just a 2.5, straight down the middle.
Like the start, great beat, liked her voice in it. I thought actually Ellie Goulding would suit this track as well. One of your favourites.
Yeah.
So not as still not as good as the first one she brought out a month or so ago. So this one I gave a 3. Right, 80 Sensation Erasure, and the track is called Nerves of Steel. I just put awful 1.5. It just
Is that what you've written?
Yeah, awful.
Yeah. Go on.
I know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Do like Erasure, 80s, 90s, into early 80s, perhaps even up to 95, 96. Loved Erasure stuff. And then after that, I've never liked any of it since. And I don't know. And they brought this new album out and these new tracks. And there's nothing. It's just nothing for me at all. What do you think?
I only gave it a 2. I like the production on it. It was a little head bobber, but it's not really my thing. So yeah.
Okay, next one is Jacob Collier, and the track is called Into Deep, featuring Keena Led. I think that's how you pronounce it. Love the start, but then it does nothing for me whatsoever. Just a 2.
Oh really? Okay.
No.
Yeah. Jacob Collier is an interesting one, because if you know who he is and you follow his stuff, he is a phenomenal musician. He is I think he's under 25, but he is just above anyone else when it comes to his knowledge of music. Is incredible, and I love his stuff. I love hearing his stuff. And the thing is, I know for a fact that there's a lot more going on in this track than you realize. You just can't hear it. But so I loved it. I love the bass line. The vocals are always great. And I gave it a 4.5. Yeah. Big fan.
Hey. Yeah, last track is Lucy Deacon. We Could Be.
Oh no, we got one more.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, missed
How
it.
It Works.
Yeah, Skara. How It Goes.
Yeah. How It Goes. Yeah.
How It Goes. Liked her voice. Liked the beat of the track. Quite enjoyed it. But that was about it. So it's just a 2.5 for me.
Oh, I love this one. Yeah, love the bass line. Thought it's quite unique. And I love the beat on it. And I gave it a 4. Yeah, I digged it, man.
Okay. And the last one is Lucy Deacon, and We Could Be. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, again, not much to say. Just a kind of standard pop song. Nothing much to it. I only gave it a 2. So.
Nice beat, like the vocals. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if this ends up in the top 5 in the charts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that.
You
Do you want to wager a bet? Do you want to put a little bit of money on it?
Pina colada.
Yeah.
I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a top 5 hit. I think the younger generation is going to quite like it. I think I gave it a 3. So we'll have to see how that bad boy goes. Right, so that brings us the end to this week's MWP Music Review. As ever, we can't play the songs on the podcast due to copyright, but if you pop over to our Spotify and search for the MWP playlist, all the tracks we've talked about today will be on there, and plus from previous podcasts are on there also. Okay, so now we move on to the World Music Review, and this week we're coming from France. Okay, now we move on to the World Music bloody review. This week we're coming from Bonjour France. Now France are one of the I think the most popular country that actually listen to our podcast. So I'm apologizing on 2 fronts here. First of all, the pronunciation of the names and the names of the tracks. And number 2, whether we like your music or not.
Yeah.
But, you may not like our, music in the UK. So it's only obviously our opinion whether we like it or not. So we don't upset France because they like listening to the podcast. So we'll do our best. Right. So let's get me notes ready. Skip down. There we go. Right. So we start with the first one. Here goes my GCSE French. D'ajou Neo Grande Ben. Sounds a bit more. Anyway. It sounded a bit more Italian or Spanish then, isn't it? The accent. Not really for me. 1.5. So that's a good start.
Yeah, this isn't a great start from both of us, really. Yeah, I thought it was a bit slow, a bit boring. Only gave it a 2. Yeah. It does get better though. It does get better.
It does. Okay, next one is Aya Nakamura, which is obviously not a French name. And the track is called Jolie Nana. Like the beat, nice track, but the rest of it was just passed me by. Wasn't too fussed about it, so I gave it a 2.5.
Gave it the same 2.5. I like the beat, the production. Thought the vocals were really cool, and cool track.
Okay. Next track is Hatik, and the track is called Angela. What did you think of this one, Rich?
Same, pretty much 2.5. I like the synth intro, and I like the general production on it. Straight down the middle.
Pass me by track. I put not fussed about it at all. Just a straight 2, unfortunately. Next one is Bosch, and the track is called Jabom, and I've actually put best of the lot. So, nice track. I enjoyed it. That was about it. It was just a 3 for me.
It was exactly the same. I liked it. I gave it a 3. I really liked it. Yeah, upbeat, catchy, like the chorus. Cool tune.
Okay. Last track is Franglish, featuring Tori Lanas, and the track is called My Salsa. Like the guitar at the start, but again, just to pass me by track. So I gave it a 2. What did you think?
Oh no, I really like this one. Even more so. Love the funky bass line, nice and catchy. Gave it a 3.5. Yeah.
Okay.
It, man.
Okay. That brings us to the end of this week's music review from France. Next week we'll be back to another country. And so now we move on to the gossip. That's latest music gossip. So we go through this and see what we both think. So we start with Gosforth Park socially distant gigs. So the first in a series of socially distanced gigs will take place in Newcastle Park this evening, which was a couple of days ago. Concert goers at Gosforth Park will get their own viewing platforms and will be able to order food and drinks to reduce the risk of the spread of the coronavirus. The 500 mini enclosures are 6.5 feet apart and each hold 5 people. Brit Awards winner Sam Fender, who is from North Tyneside, is headlining the first gig with 2,500 tickets selling out in minutes.
So this is a festival, yeah?
Yeah, so it's a festival. I've seen a picture of it. So
I think I have as well.
Yeah, you got the massive stage, obviously in the background, and then you've got these platforms, and you just basically stand on the platform, and that's where you stay, and that's it. So, I mean, it looks good. I mean, obviously, the platforms are more spread out than if you were at the crowd. So, you could be stuck right at the back. But yeah, I mean, it's a start. So
it's definitely a start. It's heading in the right direction. If I was going to pick it a little bit, I know a couple of people that go to festivals and have done, or they started going to festivals on their own. And there's actually communities, there's websites, there's Facebook groups that you can sign up to and talk to other people and say, hey, I'm going to this festival, like people do it for Glastonbury. I'm going to this festival on my own. who wants to meet up, and all of a sudden it's actually, you know, becomes quite a big community, and for them people it's going to be different, because by the looks of it, everyone's in their own little group of friends in these kind of razors. And so so the people that generally kind of go to these festivals on their own and then meet people there might struggle, but it's definitely it's great to see it heading in the right direction, and companies and event companies trying to do something, you know, trying to keep it going. So you can't fault it, really.
No, I mean, all the helps at the moment until obviously, you know, it gets sorted. So yeah, it's a good start. So it gets people out and about, and obviously it sold out straight away, so which is good. So next one is the Arctic Monkeys raffle off a guitar to help venues. So top indie band Arctic Monkeys are raising money for venues that are struggling due to the virus. Frontman Alex Turner is raffling off a guitar to help Lead Mill in his home city of Sheffield and other small independent music venues to try and raise some money, to try and keep them going. So that's quite a good idea.
Or they could just give them the Arctic Monkeys to just say, here's the money. Here you go. I think it's great. I think it's great, you know, raffling it off. But, you know, they could literally just put their hand in the pocket and go, here you go.
Are they quite, I don't know the Arctic Monkeys. Are they quite big, are they? The Arctic Monkeys?
Arctic Monkeys are huge, man. They've been going for years. Yeah. They got some absolute bangers. I suppose you don't know them, man.
Probably if I heard them, but I don't obviously listen.
Yeah. They've been going. They it'd be interesting to see it when a documentary comes out about them, because obviously they were one of the first bands, or the first band to kind of be in the charts without a record deal or something like this. And it was through MySpace and selling records and things like that. And it was all about kind of them selling their album and then telling everyone to make a copy and give it to their friends. And that's how it kind of they got big. Something, I could be completely wrong, it's something like that, but I think they're a great band. They're always changing their style, their sound. I really like their sound at the moment, what they're doing. And but yeah, going back to auctioning the guitar, they could probably just put their hands in the pocket and give them money.
Right, the next one is 80s. Now, I watched this. I don't know if you did. 80s and 90s. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Did you ever watch that? Did you, Rich?
Yeah. Loved it.
So, in the West Philly are born and raised. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, played by Will Smith in the beloved it's 90s sitcom, is coming back in a reboot. So by this time, the story of the streetwise teen who moves in with his upper-class uncle and aunt will not be a comedy, according to the US reports. The new version will be based on a viral YouTube trailer that reimagined the series as a hard-hitting drama.
I've gone.
Yeah, it says Smith is working with it apparently.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
Oh,
seen the trailer.
Trailer's out, is it?
It dropped like end of last year. It's been around. I didn't think it was. Does it say it's going to be a series or a film? I thought it was a film.
Smith is working on the series, so it must be
on the series. Yeah. I have seen the trailer for it then, and yeah, it's a lot darker. You know, a bit more reality to it. It's definitely not a
no, they're like the original
family friendly sitcom that it was. So, what do you think about? I mean, did you watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
I watched all of it. Yeah, I watched from series 1 to whenever it was. I believe it's on Netflix. I think. But yeah, I watched all of it. I loved watching the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then obviously that's how I ended up following Will Smith when he started doing music. I mean, me personally, he brought out some brilliant tracks, although they were like tracks that had been done before, but he sort of redid them, didn't he? And his rap style.
Yeah.
How he did them was brilliant, and they were massive hits. and then he brought another album out, and I don't think it did very well, and then he seemed to have stopped. But,
it was the album. Is it Stomp?
Yeah,
he had a record called Stomp or something like that.
And it didn't do, I don't think the album did well, and he stopped.
No,
and there is rumors that he's getting the vibe of doing it again, because I mean his film career. Well, I don't think it's as big as it, because there was a time where anything he brought out, wasn't it? He was golden.
Yeah, and also there was a time he was kind of, there was a couple of films every year.
He couldn't do no wrong. That
he was bringing out.
Yeah.
I don't think his film career is kind of ending. I think he's just kind of. I think he can pick and choose a bit more. He's and he can kind of get involved a bit more, being a producer and things like that. And so I like the Fresh Prince about that, and I think the new series would be quite interesting to watch. So
we'll have to see how it goes. Next one is I presume you heard about this, the venues that did the red alert with all the lights on and the crews walking down the streets. Did you see that backstage crews?
I did see it, yes. I have to say I didn't read about it, no.
So music venues, theatres and their workforces have taken part in a day of action around the UK to highlight the crisis facing the live events scene. More than 300 venues, including London's Albert Hall, the Royal Festival Hall, turn their lights on red as part of the Red Alert campaign. An out-of-work music industry crew were among those who took part in the march through Manchester last Tuesday. So basically, they're saying, they're all struggling, or some because a lot of people seem to think, when they say about the music industry, oh yeah, they're getting paid and that. But I say, well, yeah, the superstars or people they're getting paid, the big bands. But I said that the crews at the back and stuff, they're not getting any money. And then they were interviewing someone on the BBC, and they say people think we get paid. Well, this guy said, I've had no money for 3 months. I've not earned anything. I said, because everything's shut. So, you've got to look. It's not just, it's not just the superstars. it's the everyone behind them. And people keep always forgetting that. And then, and the lower bands, the ones that are trying to make it into the industry, or session players or ships, and, they're all not being paid. So I thought it was quite nice. It was no problem, no chaos or anything. It was just a nice, quiet march. It was really good.
Yeah, you have to, like, I don't think the average Joe realised that, all the crew, the techies, the whatever, they're just the same as the musicians. They go from gig to gig, self-employed, and if they don't gig, they don't get paid.
Nope.
Or if they don't do stuff in studios or stuff, maintenance and things like this and all sorts of things, if they don't work, they don't get paid. They're all self-employed, and that's it, really.
It's no good, is it? Okay, let's have a look. Oh yes, so George Michael, there's going to be a 9-meter mural to be unveiled in London. So the 9-meter mural of pop star George Michael is to be painted in the northwest of London area where he grew up. Obviously this is to celebrate obviously the man himself. So were you a big George Michael fan, or were you not so bothered, or?
I like George. I've always liked his stuff. I've always liked the music and that. I can't say I was a diehard fan, but I definitely liked his records.
Okay. Okay. Next one is which is already passed now because we're on Monday. What night are we on? Monday night. So on Saturday, there was a good thing for. So small wedding receptions and live indoor performances will be able to resume in England from Saturday, which has obviously just gone, as lockdown rules are eased. So this is very good, and it's a start, but it's unfortunately, we don't mean to be moaning, but they still can't do gigs indoors because they don't make any money because of social distancing. So it is a good start, but venues...
Yeah, theatres are going to have. They've already said they can't do it.
No.
And I think they are the venues have moved back indoors. It just depends on the actual venue itself and the act that is on. So yeah, again, it's another step forward, but I think people are just still a bit confused to what's happening, aren't they? I am. We can go back indoors, but they're not hiring bands; they're just hiring singers. Which is great because they get some work in and stuff. But yeah, what do you think?
I mean, it's a step in the right direction. All depends on the size of the venue, doesn't it? How many people they can have in, and whether they could always reduce the size of the staff so they can actually make money, but then the staff lose out. So it's all to do with making money. I mean, there's no point just breaking even. They need to make money unless they think, well, if we break even, it actually pays for everything, pays for all the wages, but we don't make any profit. So there's that way. So it depends if they want to. I suppose if they are making enough money to pay for everything, and pay the staff and everything, but then that's it. I suppose that's a start.
Yeah.
They're just not making any profit. So Liverpool's Cavern Club. Is it Cavern Club? Is that how you pronounce it?
Caravan Club. Oh,
the one in Liverpool. How do you pronounce it? Cavern. The Cavern.
Yeah. The Cavern Club, yeah.
Yeah, the Cavern Club, best known for launching the Beatles, faces ruin as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. It opened in Liverpool in 1957 and hosts about 800,000 visitors a year. But one of the club's directors said it had lost 30,000 a week since the lockdown. 30,000. Now, that is a place where obviously a lot of history that actually might go, if we don't get sorted, but they might go under. But obviously, with the news from Saturday, it might help them a bit, mightn't it? I don't know.
Have you ever been there?
No, have you?
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. Well, they're not spending 30 grand a week on it. I know that.
It's that bad, is it?
Well, it's a pub, really.
Right.
And yeah, I don't really kind of
get the 30 grand.
So how much is he? So he's lost
30,000 a week.
30 grand a week
since the lockdown.
Well, yeah. Christ, he's making 30 grand a week. I tell you now, his overheads ain't that much. Like, I don't know what he's complaining about, because yes, so is a lot of people. Everyone's lost money, haven't they? I don't know. That story seems a bit strange to me, because if you actually go there, there's not a lot to it. It's a pub. And half the time they have singer-songwriters, acoustic guitar and everything. Yeah, it's dark, it's just yeah, I don't really get that.
Right, we'll pass that on. We'll pass that quickly for
I love the Cavern Club, by the way. I think it's great. I genuinely think it's a great venue. It's actually, to be honest, like, it's a great venue, yes, but for acoustics and that, it's horrible. But yeah, I'm not. It is a great place.
Okay. Right, last one is at the height of the pandemic, with record shops shut and labels struggling, the flow of the new album releases slowed to a trickle. Now the industry is starting to pick up at the rhythm again, but shoppers are still reluctant to visit the high street to buy new LPs and CDs. But in lockdown, we have learnt we have learnt to order more albums online, and the way we use music, streaming services has changed as well. So basically what they're saying is more people are now obviously streaming and buying albums and records and stuff, from like Amazon or whatever now, instead of going to the shops. I mean, even before this started, HMV, for example, was struggling, weren't they? And they shut loads. They were shutting loads down, or they shut quite a few down, didn't they? Didn't they go bust and someone saved them? I can't remember.
Something like that. Yeah, yeah. Because they are still about, aren't they?
They are still about. There's one in Cheltenham, not too far from me, so that's still there. But yeah, so I think it's as time goes on.
It's been going on for years, though, hasn't it? Really, like, and we got over that. Yeah, we I think that the industry kind of recognises that, and we are, 100% committed that people buy albums online and stream. The thing is with HMV, it's not a record shop; it's a media store.
Yes,
it's not, their actual section of CDs. I mean, I remember the days when like you used to have like 2 floors just for CDs.
Yeah.
They didn't sell any vinyl until that kind of came popular. And now it's just a media store. You get books, films, DVD players, computers. You can buy Macs. You can buy Apple products in there. You can buy stereo players, vinyl players, vinyl now. The whole vinyl section's huge, but it's ridiculous prices. I don't do it much now, but I used to collect vinyl, and vinyl used to be dead cheap, and then all of a sudden it got really popular, and now they're charging 20 quid for vinyl.
30 quid,
it's ridiculous. But HMV.
This is the close review podcast.
yeah. Sponsored.
Yeah.
Yes, I think they're just hanging on, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, there is a great record shop. I went to it quite a few years ago now. I went to Tower Records. Have you been there in London?
Yeah, I've been to Tower Records.
That's good. That's good, isn't it?
They don't exist anymore, do they? Tower Records.
Do they not?
No.
That's one.
When did you last go? Back in the 90s, yeah.
Is it not there anymore?
I don't know. I think Tower Records, I think, went under. Yeah.
Did they?
Because they used to have one in Southampton.
Yeah, because they had one, didn't they, near Trafalgar Square? Not Trafalgar Square, Piccadilly Circus, didn't they?
Yeah. I need to have a little look to see if Tower Records. I'm 100% sure.
That was a great shop because it had all different floors. One was all vinyl, one was all CDs. Back in the day, it was all cassettes as well. So anyway, Richard's going to have a quick look online to see if it's actually still going.
It's online.
It's online only.
Yeah.
They haven't got a shop.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I don't think they got a shop anymore. Oh no, this is all coming up. Load of rubbish. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it kind of went under.
Oh, right. Okay. Shows how much I know. Right. So that's this week's gossip. Now we move on to our track of the week. Which is it for you today, Rich?
Oh, I need to have a look. What's yours?
I need to have a look. What's yours?
I do know what mine.
Yeah, I do know what mine is. I'm just trying to find the proper name for it.
Mine's definitely going to be "Tell Me About It" by Ella Eyre.
Oh, all right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I gave that a straight 5. Loved it. Great tune.
Mine is Nell Bryden. These Changes. That's my track of the week. So,
can you hear the rain?
No.
It's raining in Malibu. We don't normally get it, but sometimes we do. Sometimes we get a bit of a shower.
Yeah. So Rich is coming live from Malibu. So they have seagulls in Malibu and rain.
Lots of seagulls, and it's a little bit raining. Yeah.
That's what you get in Malibu, isn't it? Right, okay, so now we move on to our socials. And basically, as I say every week, we're on all of them. So if you just search for MWP, you'll be able to find us on there. And we're also on YouTube as well, where you can watch the podcast as well as listening to it. So that should be good. Rich, email time, please.
Yes, if you want to get in contact with us, send us a message, tell us where you're listening from, or it'd be great to hear what other people think about these tunes. I'm sure you've got different opinions from us. So you can email us at markandrichardpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll give you a little shout out.
It'd be nice to hear someone from Malibu to see whether they do have rain or seagulls there.
I think they've definitely got seagulls, surely.
I don't know.
The rain, I don't think they've got any rain.
No,
not much anyway.
Also, quick, give you a shout about our Patreon page. If you're interested in joining the Patreon, then just go to the MWP website, and there's a section on there you can have a look. News we have is, first of all, myself, I've got a new single coming out on Friday called Headlights. If you're watching us on YouTube, you'll be able to see a quick clip of it at the end of the show and give you a sneak preview. Also, I was going to speak to Rich. Do you want to give your guitar lessons a plug?
What for the Patreon?
No, you can.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If any guitar players out there would like any guitar lessons, you can go to my website, which is Richard the Guitar Teacher at .co.uk. On my Instagram under the same name, and on Facebook you can contact me there. And and if you're a new student, you get 30 minutes for your first lesson. Get in contact.
Great. Me and Rich did our first gig on last Friday, so we're obviously social distancing, so it worked quite well. I mean, we had to keep away from the customers, but yeah, it was all right. So we did. We all said we were a bit gig rusty.
Yeah.
We,
I actually wrote a little blog about it, which you can find at Richard.
You?
Yeah. It's at my other website, which is richardrandallmusic.co.uk. There's a little blog about it. Yeah.
Oh, get the plugs out there. You'll have to send me that link.
It's not. It's not great. It's not a great. It's a 2-minute read.
The gig's not great.
No, just me talking about it.
All right. Yeah. So
plug all the websites.
I know. I thought I was bad, but bloody hell, you're going down the.
I got some Facebook pages you can like. I've got a couple of Instagrams.
I know we've all got those, haven't we? We go on all night. So so basically, we did our first show on Friday. Myself, Richard, Becky on keys, on synth, and Chris on synth, and it was good. So we did two 1-hour shows. And then the first audience watched. They did the show, had the drinks and everything, and then we had a break. And then the next 50% of the customers then came and watched. And it was all outside. There wasn't a massive amount of people. I mean, there was good size, but obviously due to the social distancing, they can't have that many. But it was actually quite nice to get out. And then we have another one again on Saturday, don't we, Rich? Another social distancing gig. So.
Yeah, this one's a bit different because it's technically a nightclub, isn't it? That we played it in February, which was great night. But obviously we're having it outside, I believe, still.
Yes. Yep.
So I think it'd be good whether they can get more people outside or the same amount as they can inside, but with social distancing, they can have outside. Looking forward to it. It should be. It should be good. It's all interest. It's all quite interesting, isn't it? Doing these kind of gigs now, because obviously all the social distance rules and things like that. So it's interesting to see how they're doing it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
and it's obviously it's new for the audience who are there, and it's new for us as well. So we're all kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, so it should be good. So we're looking forward to that. So hopefully we're a bit more not as rusty, So we had some. Hopefully it should be all right. Practice, as they say. Well, I think.
Yeah, you were rehearsing today, were you, Mark?
No, but tomorrow.
Tonight. Sorry.
Tonight.
Tonight.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Gonna have a practice tonight. So yeah, that's good. Right. So thank you for listening to the show. As ever, please subscribe and share the show if you have enjoyed it, and we're very grateful for the listeners that we have who keep coming back every week. And one day we might actually make money out of this podcast, which I doubt it, because I don't think you actually make any money out of any podcasts. Because it's funny, it was on the, what's her name? She used to be on BBC Radio 1, Fern Cotton. She has, I believe 30 million listeners. Podcast with Happy Place, which is actually quite a good podcast. And she makes no money. Well, she says she makes no money from it, apart from the advertising thing. I don't know how that works, but apparently she doesn't make any money from it at all. So there's no hope.
Apart from the $1 million advertisement deal.
Probably so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hard times, eh?
Hard times, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So, thank you very much. So it's goodbye from me.
That's goodbye from me.